If you follow a simple and healthy lifestyle, this is the place for you. All of our recipes are made with natural ingredients. Please subscribe to our channel and share it with your loved ones. Comment down below and let me know of any suggestions and questions. Now please enjoy this video.
Welcome to Simple and Healthy. Today we are making stuffed Karela. This is called bitter melon or bitter ground. I know this looks like a long recipe, but believe me, it is worth the time in making this stuffed Karela or bitter melon recipe. You can find these bitter melons at any local grocery store or farmer's market. For this recipe, you will need about 8 bitter melons. Make sure they're thick and long because you need to stuff them. You need about 3 tomatoes cut into coins, about 5 large onions thinly sliced. You can see how thin they are. You will also need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1.5 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of chili flakes, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, and 2 green chilies. These are optional. You will also need, to stuff the bitter melon, you will need 1 pound of ground chicken, 1/2 cup of green onion, 1/3 cup of cilantro, fresh cilantro, 1 medium onion finely sliced, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of chili flakes, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin. You will also need 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, and again 2 more green chilies, and these are optional. I'm going to show you how to peel this bitter melon. So you're gonna take a knife and cut the top and the bottom, and we're just going to peel slightly the skin that's on the top, the prickly skin on the top, and you will start to see this light green skin come on underneath. This is what we need. Once all of the prickly skin has come off, we're just going to scrape it down a little. See this? I'm going to show you how to see this, and we're going to stuff this melon. Once you have peeled and scraped the bitter melon, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of salt on these and let them sit for about an hour. We're adding this salt so we can make them less bitter. Make sure when you salt them that they're salted all around, up and down, because if they're not, then they're going to be bitter. So just make sure that you look around and make sure the salt has reached all over the bitter melon. Now we're back after an hour after salting the bitter melon. We're going to now de-seed them. After an hour, you can see how soft they are. So you're just gonna twist these around. Just twist them, and then the seeds will just come out automatically. Now that we have de-seeded the bitter melon, now we're going to wash it and take out all of the salt and the bitterness from it. All you have to do is turn the cold water and just rub it. Add water into the bitter melon and let it overflow, and then let it come out, and just squeeze out any excess water that is in there. We're going to do the same to all of them, and then we're going to let this dry for like 10 minutes. While we're waiting for the bitter melon, we're going to make the stuffing. Unlike how we make the stuffing for butternut squash and other squashes, this stuffing will be uncooked. we're going to make this stuffing, but we're not going to cook it. It's going to cook with the bitter melons. So we're going to take the our 1 pound of ground chicken. You're going to add in the green onions, the cilantro. I usually freeze my cilantro and green onion, that's why they look like this. The one medium onion, the ginger and garlic, and 2 green chilies, and all of the spices with the coriander seeds. Once we have all of the ingredients for the stuffing in the bowl, we're going to mix it very well. Please make sure you wash your hands before and after making the stuffing. While we're waiting for the bitter melon and the stuffing to get cold, I'm going to start making the stir fry masala. So what we're going to do is gonna heat half a cup of olive oil in a pan and in a pot, and we're going to add in the onions carefully. These are a lot of onions, and this is going to take time to make. We're going to cook the onions until they're like golden brown. Make sure you stir them consistently and do not let them burn. We're going to show you what we're going to do after this next. We're back after about 20 minutes. As you can see, the onions, they have cooked. They released their water. We have evaporated all of the water. You can see they have released the oil and they have caramelized. Now we're going to add in the tomatoes. Mix them well. Add in all of the spices, including the ginger and garlic and the chili peppers. Once all of this is in, we're going to cook this for about 2 minutes on high heat, and then we're going to add in about 1 cup of water and let it cook for about an hour until everything has come together. Once I have let the tomatoes and all the spices cook for about a minute, I'm going to add in 1 cup of water, and we're going to cook this until everything has broken down. While our bitter melon stir fry masala is cooking, we're going to stuff our bitter melon. We're going to make sure they're dry. Since we washed them, you can take a towel and just press down on them. We're going to fry these, that's why we don't want them to be wet. If they're wet, then the oil is going to splash you all over the place. We're going to take 1 bitter melon, and we're going to take a little bit of the stuffing. We didn't cook the stuffing, so make sure it's still it's cold. I just took it out of the fridge, and we're going to just put a little cut on this, and we're going to just add the ground chicken stuffing in to the bitter melon. We're going to take a little bit. We're going to make it go all the way down. We're going to just push it down until you can see that's about to come out. So we're going to stop there. So we stuffed all of our bitter melon already. Now we have some leftover stuffing. Out of this, we're going to make some kebabs. We're gonna fry these also and add them into the stir fry. I'm just going to wet my hands a little bit, take some of the stuffing and turn them into kebabs. About half a cup of olive oil, heating a non-stick pot. We're going to add in the bitter melon carefully. We're going to add in all of them, and we're going to cover and cook them until They are golden brown. Okay, so I have fried and taken out all of the bitter melons into a plate. As you can see, they're golden brown. Next, I'm going to fry the kebabs that I made. I'm going to add them into the oil carefully and cover and cook them until they're golden brown, just like the bitter melon. Cooking the kebabs, don't forget about the stir-fry masala. We're still continuing to cook this on very low heat, as we're going to add in the bitter melon and kebabs when they're done. I'm going to turn the kebabs over so they cook evenly. I'm going to cover and cook them. Over the kebabs, I'm going to cover and cook these for another 10 minutes. Now the kebabs are ready. I plated them again with the bitter melons, and now I'm going to add them into the stir-fry masala. So I'm going to mix this well, and I'm going to let them cook until the oil separates. Here we go. Our bitter melon stir-fry masala is ready. As you can see, the oil has separated. I'm going to dish this out and show you.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe for healthy recipes. Please click the notification icon to make sure you don't miss any future videos. Thank you.